Someone commented on a few videos ago and said that the lamps look like COVID, and now I can't unsee it. By the way, I think I'm going to be redoing this room a little bit, switching out some of the furniture. For those of you who have been subscribed to this channel for a long time, this actually used to be my old bedroom a long time ago, years ago, before I moved to LA. Now that I'm back here, I'm going to be redoing this room a little bit. I've already kind of added my touch a little bit. As you guys know, I have my little section over here that you can see in the reflection of the mirror, where I have like my herbs, my essential oils, and a bunch of stuff that I use to make my own teas and personal care products, things like that. But I think we're going to be switching out the furniture a little bit in here, but that might be for a future video. The furniture that's in here right now, this essentially turned into a guest room, so this is kind of like the guest room furniture. But I think my mom and I are going to be revamping it a little bit, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, that's for a future video. But right now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go make a giant salmon salad. So I know I eat a lot of vegan food, but I'm actually pescatarian. I do love my salmon. It is super nutritious and just packed full of goodness. So I do enjoy my salmon. So I'm gonna make a big salmon salad, and I really just want some fresh raw greens, and I think a salad is a great way to do that, especially with it getting warmer. I don't know about where you guys live, but where I live, it's been getting so warm, and it's spring now, and I feel like it's the perfect time to get back into eating salads. So that is what I am about to go do. I want cookies.
It's about that time.
It's about Okay, so let's get started on this salad. I'm gonna show you guys first everything I put in it. It's a pretty alkaline meal. Alkaline meaning it's really good for your body, for optimal health, for reducing inflammation, all that good stuff. So I love a nice power salad. So you can choose whatever greens that you want as a base for the salad. I typically go for a mix. I love a good blend of like romaine, spring mix, what else will I do? Like baby kale. So this is what I have on hand right now. It's a blend of different lettuces and greens. This is a baby spring mix. I kind of want a big salad today. Your girl's been eating too many chips, too many dang chips. Woo, I'm such a snacker, and being in the house does not help my snacking issue. So I just rinsed off my greens. Now I'm gonna go ahead and chop them up. I love to finely chop up my lettuces just because I like that chopped salad kind of vibe. So do what you like, whatever works for you. Watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. So there's my base of the spring mix. Next, I'm gonna add some micro broccoli. Microgreens are so good for you. They're more potent with nutrients in them. So this is a great little addition to add to your salads or your meals, just to sprinkle a little bit on top. Microgreens are really good. This one is specifically micro broccoli, but there's like micro arugula and all these different kind of microgreens. I'm gonna chop these up too. My favorite thing with salads too is you can kind of just like throw together whatever you have in your fridge, which I think is great, especially right now, just working with what you got, since most of us are probably making less trips to the grocery store with everything going on. So I'm just gonna toss that in there. I love putting avocado in salads because it helps to keep it nice and moist, if that makes sense. It almost becomes part of the dressing once you toss it all together. So I really love adding avocado for that reason, because it makes the salad really creamy and yummy and filling. We got the base with the greens. We've got the avocado going. Next, I like to add some carrots. I like to just shave it into the salad, so I'll show you guys how I do that. See? You can even chop the shavings up smaller if you want. I actually might do that. I also really love to add brown rice to my salads to really give it more of a heartiness and make it more of a meal and filling, but I don't have any rice that's ready right now and I'm kind of hungry, so I'm gonna skip out on the rice. But I also love to add like seeds and things like that, so this is my favorite little baggie of yumminess that I like to add. This is by the brand Go Raw, and it's their sprouted seed salad toppers with sea salt and cracked pepper. So that's what that looks like. And in here is just a blend of pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, sea salt, and black pepper. So I like to add a good amount of those because they're kind of good and they're good for you, so why not? So I add those in there, and I think I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese. Now this is vegan cheese. This is the Miyoko's cultured vegan farmhouse cheddar. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of that in here. I don't need too much of that. Every once in a while I do like to add a little vegan cheese to the salad because it just gives it a little, gives it a little pizzazz, you know? You can do like a vegan patty, you can do chicken, you can do whatever you want, whatever protein you want to add. So I'm going to be doing salmon, so I'm going to cut this up into cubes and then I'm going to put it into the pan and I'm going to saute it or cook it with some onions. I love a grilled onion, so we're going to add that in there too. You know what is really good in this salad is a vegan patty, like the Beyond Meat brand. Those are so good. You could break it up a little bit and have like a faux beef crumble kind of thing going on, or you could just put the patty in there with the salad dressing over it. So good. I've definitely made that version of this salad before and it's really good, but I feel like I need to get some salmon in today, so I'm gonna get some salmon in, get some of those omegas. I will say that if I am gonna eat salmon or something that was once alive, I do like to thank it. I know that sounds really silly maybe to some of you, but I do like to say thank you to my salmon before I cook it, and express some gratitude for it nourishing my body. I like to put this meat side down, skin side up, and I just cut super close to the skin without wasting any meat. Ooh, you know what else would be really good in this salad is like tuna or mackerel. Now another easy way that you can actually do this is just cook it with the skin on, and the skin usually just comes off really easily. But since I like to cook it in little cubes, I like to take off the skin beforehand. So I'm going to saute these together. I'm going to start with the onions because they take a little bit longer. Because when you cut the salmon into cubes, it cooks so fast, which I love. Because when I cook salmon fillets, it's just harder for me to like get it right on the inside. So I love cutting it up into little cubes like this. They literally take like 2 seconds to cook. And I think fish is actually technically more on the acidic side, but in my opinion, I think everything can have a balance in life, and as long as you're incorporating more alkaline foods into your day, it can make a huge difference. Balance is key, my friends. Okay, so let's go ahead and cook this up, and then I'm gonna toss it into the salad. I like to cook with avocado oil, so you can cook at high temperatures with it. So I'm gonna put some of that in there. And I like to mix it with a little bit of vegan butter. This is just the Miyoko's vegan butter. Okay, so onions first. Gonna get those nice and caramelized. Now I'm gonna add my salmon. So my little sister taught me this. Adding cumin to salmon is actually really good. So I'm gonna add some cumin, some black pepper, my favorite salt, the Malden sea salt. It's coarse salt. I actually add this at the end because I read somewhere that when you add salt too early, it can take away some of the moisture. So I like to add that at the end. And these cook really quickly. If you guys eat salmon, how do you season your salmon? let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna add this to the top. Every time I do caramelized onions, it reminds me of In-N-Out, and I get really excited. Now for my dressing, this is the one I like to use. This is a citrus chipotle with avocado oil. So I just drizzle a little bit of this. This is the brand. And I think they have a few other flavors, but I like the ingredients in here, so that's why I like this one. And I like to be naughty and add a little bit of maple syrup to this, not too much, but it just adds a little slight sweetness to it. And I only add a little bit of this because I have so much avocado in the salad and it makes it creamy already. So I really just add this for a little extra flavor. So I'm just gonna drizzle. I shared this on my Instagram story, which by the way, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, definitely feel free to go follow me there. It's down below if you guys are interested. But I love these siete chips. And I like to sprinkle these in my salad as well instead of like a crouton or something like that, because I like a little crunch. I like a little crunch in my salad. So and these chips have really nice ingredients in them. So I kind of just do a little makeshift crouton moment, you know? So that is what the salad looks like. I can't tell if that looks appetizing or not. But I'm gonna mix it all together, and that is a whole meal right there, you guys. There we go, now you guys can see a bit more of the green. Yum! Yeah, but just imagine that with like your favorite protein, and if you wanna add mushrooms, add some mushrooms. If you wanna add tomato, add some tomato. If you wanna add nuts, add some nuts. If you want, make it your own, you know? Have fun. So I'm gonna eat this and I'll see you guys in a little bit.